Why did you choose here to film your special?
I chose here because it's a great room, sort of lovely little cosy room. It feels like everyone has got the same seat because it feels like nobody's that far away from the stage. And I've always enjoyed a little low ceiling, cosy comedy club because it's just like that's where comedy lives, isn't it? Where you keep the noise in, like the little space.
There was a guy at a show I did last week on the front row, and he was on his own, and I said, "Are you on your own?" And I wasn't going to mock him, I just wanted to make him feel comfortable. I said, "Are you on your own?" He went, "Yeah, I'm on my own." I said, "Did you buy tickets on your own?" He went, No. Me and my wife were going to come, but she gave birth yesterday, and he'd fucking come to the gig. Came to the gig. And I can't make out if he was the biggest dickhead I've ever met or a legend, and I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of both.
Role model is the name. What is a role model, Sam? What is a role model in your mind?
It's something I've tried to explore in this show. What is a role model? And I suppose my duty as a role model, as a parent, you're sort of forced into becoming a role model whether you want to be or not. You've got to sort of set a good example for your kids. And I'm not sure I have got any qualifications. I don't think I would have passed any tests. If you had to do a test before they gave you kids, I think I'd still be living in my mum's. And this show, I'm trying to kind of explore what does it mean to be a role model? Like how, because I think there's different ways you can be a role model. It's not necessarily showing or telling what to do. It's trying to make the right choices, you know, and sort of thinking about how does this look to the people who look up to me, the choices I make. And that's a lot of thought to be going into your head when you're just trying to make a cup of tea.
So my lads love Katy Perry, they love her, and I like her for different reasons, let's get that straight. And the song Last Friday Night is a banger. Now I'm singing that thinking, this is a pop song, this is quite innocent, but the lyrics pass you by, because some of them are like, yeah, skinny dipping in the park, then had a menage a trois last Friday night. Oh shit, shouldn't have sung that bit, should I? That's highly inappropriate, isn't it? Oh, now they're asking me what a menage a trois is. Great, okay. What am I going to do? I'm just going to have to lie, like always. What shall I say? Oh, that's a good one. Right, kids, a menage a trois is when you have 3 scoops of ice cream at the same time. Their faces lit up. They went, oh my God, that sounds amazing. I said, it does, doesn't it? Can we have one day? If you play your cards right, yeah. And you marry the right woman, that's the key part.
I suppose you're touching on what it means to you to be a dad, and is it questioning yourself whether you're doing a good job or a bad job, and obviously taking the piss out of it as well?
Yeah, there's a bit of that in there, definitely, because I think that's something that people do all the time. It's constantly, I suppose any high pressure environment, whether it's a job or whether it's parenthood, I don't know, unless you're a psychopath, there's got to be a little bit of imposter syndrome, which I feel perhaps less so now because my kids are older, but certainly the first 5 years of their life, I was just constantly going, is this me? Is this what I would do? Are they mine? They look like me. They're acting like me right now. They're throwing shit in the air, but this is like, how am I gonna, it's difficult, isn't it? It's because it changes, because I used to have a joke, parenthood is a crafty bastard, because just when you've mastered it, the whole goalposts change and you shit at it again, because that moment only lasts once. So what's good on a Wednesday is not good on the Saturday, because the kids have got a little bit older and the parameters have changed.
Lockdown 1, I was all right. My mood was okay. Lockdown 2, my head fell off. A part of my personality was born that I am not proud of, and it's a part of my personality that I thought was temporary, but I think I've got it for life, and I call it the angry chicken. Because it's the moment when everyone in your house has annoyed you so much that you can no longer communicate like a human. You can only talk like a chicken. A chicken that has lost its marbles. You know, it's like never one big thing, little things build up. I don't like meatballs. I spilled me drink, babe. Can you empty the dishwasher? Fuck. I'm just going to let the weirdness leave the room before I carry on. Whenever I do that bit, half the room are going, that's my spirit animal. The angry chicken.
What was your worst ever gig?
Worst ever gig was Christmas 2013, and I got booked to do a works do in Castleford, Christmas works do. It was at Castleford Rugby Club, and there was it was a plumbing company, national plumbing company, and all the different regional groups had gone to this one place, free bar. I had to do 45 minutes, I had a suit on. I hate wearing a suit. It was Christmas money, so I was like, I've got to do it. I turned up and the guy said, oh good luck because the mic's not working. I was like, well, this is going to be awful, innit? Now, on reflection, what I should have done when the mic wasn't working is just get in the car and walk off and say, I can't do the gig. You still have to pay me, but I didn't. I thought, no, I'm a pro, I can make this work. And I stood on a table and started shouting and lost them immediately. And then, instead of just dying on my arse for 40 minutes and then leaving, I was like a clown. I was running around the room, massive room, free bar. I was saying, hang on, wait, and I was stacking chairs and climbing up. And the most galling thing was, I get them every time for about 5 seconds. I got them and then I lose them again. So I died about 8 times during this gig. And then that's not the worst bit, because then I come off stage, I go and get changed. I've got another gig that night. This happened in the afternoon near Manchester. So I drove to a service station on the M62. It was about 40 miles away from where the gig had been. Sat there for a bit, had a coffee, a couple of hours. Time to go to my next gig. Stand up, go for a quick wee. I'm in the toilet, I'm just finishing my wee. And this fella stood next to me. And he's looking at me, and then this woman comes out the cubicle, and I'm like, why is there a woman in the men's cubicle? And this woman just goes, shit, comedian. And they'd been at the gig, and they were travelling back to Liverpool, and they'd seen me at a service station 40 miles away, 2 hours after the gig, and I was getting heckled out in the toilet. That was horrible.
The teacher every week writes a question on a board, and the kids during the hour can go up and write their answers. And one week she sent me a picture of the board where the question was, if you were invisible, what would you do? And one of the girls had gone up and written, I'd run into a toy shop and steal a toy from my best friend. And the boy had gone up and written, I'd run into a sweet shop and eat as many sweets as I could. And my lad had written, I'd do a poo in my pants so it would look like a poo had appeared from nowhere. That's my boy! The worst Marvel movie ever. With great power comes, who's done a shite there? That's disgusting.
I saw a newer comic the other night, and it was like watching myself 20 years ago, because he was talking about being single, breaking up with his girlfriend, moving back to his mum's, trying to date people. And it was like, oh my God, I used to talk about that. And it's really interesting how your comedy reflects where you are in your life, because now I'm talking about not even being married, I'm talking about when a marriage has been long and it's still happy, but it's different. And it's just, I don't know what I'll be talking about in the future, probably going into like nursing homes and, get me bus pass and stuff like that. So it's just really like, it's almost like a document of all the things you've done. And even if you've done something for a long period of time, how that evolves and changes.